My people, how na dey today now? Omo, today no be say I no dey happy. I know say I dey smile, but I no dey happy because I no understand wetin dey happen for this country we dey now. And na one of the main reasons why I dey do this video because I want even though say I wan share my views and opinion, but I go feel say maybe I fit talk one or two things wey fit make sense. Then people go understand what is actually happening and where we dey go for this country. Because things no really make sense again. I don't understand. Like, is it I be say like people know they like I don't know whether suffer no they tire person. Because the way why they see this thing, be like say suffer no they tire Nigerians. Like I don't know whether suffer no they tire person or be whether the food fuel where people they buy, we maybe some people get where they go collect and where we don't know. Because like the same thing is happening to everybody, whether Hausa, Igbo or Yoruba. So that is the reason why today I say maybe we talk about tribalism, you know, the roots, maybe the go into the root causes of tribalism and how it has impacted Nigeria as a whole. So I will start by saying say no be say I dey talk say tribalism like na something wey be say you go just pray or maybe you go pass law, the thing go go away. Like the thing always there. It will always be there no matter waiting anybody want do. Except say the time where Jesus go come, if Jesus come, we know say Jesus don't come, so everything go day like it day for Garden of Eden before. That is the perfect word. So, but since we are if you are being realistic, tribalism has always been there. You understand? Before, I'm pretty sure it's been there like since time immemorial, since man knows that he's a man. You understand? So, but the thing we say, he gay where like the problem we will get for Nigeria, be say we they put that tribalism for everywhere. Like especially the places that are the most important that affects everybody, then we go can apply that tribalism. But things we need to important, we know they actually put them there. You understand? But like once you reach for something, we be say this thing matter, this thing na coco, we go come carry tribalism. This one na Igbo, this one na Hausa, this one na Yoruba. So now why I say my like maybe we go into small, know waiting that actually happened. So I was actually reading a book. Um, so the book was about how I think what's the title again? How what Britain did to Africa. You understand? So it was going into historical colonial history, pre-colonial history, how the Britain arrived in Nigeria. You know the political and the economic impact that it had in Nigeria. So one of the things where the guy talk about, the guy said that slavery, the time that they like slavery was like one of the major trades in Europe. So usually they will come, like they will bring like they will anchor their ship maybe in the Atlantic Ocean, and then I think Africans will be going into their villages, capturing their fellow Africans, and then shipping them, selling them to the Europeans, and then Europeans will ship them to maybe the Americas or um, wherever they need them, maybe in any other parts of Europe or something. So now he said because of this singular act now, so it now made in such a way, people there will be these artificial wars because once there's a war, if one of the tribes are conquered, then maybe they can take them as slaves. So there was like it was as if to say that there was no um uh like cohesion. There was no time for Africans to like like cooperate. Let that be like a tribal cooperation among themselves, get to know each other before the white man actually, like before the colonial era. So that also meant that people had to now stay together as a group, like see themselves that okay, this is my tribe. I don't have to. There's also no need for me to go a long distance, because if you are going a long distance, there is these chances that you can be kidnapped and also be be sold through slave trade. So this is one of the reasons he gave about how why tribalism is there. Why we are so self-centered and all that. So, but I mean, one could actually make an argument saying that okay, why was there no tribal cohesion before the before the Europeans came or entered into Africa? So, whichever one you want to see it, the point is this thing has been existing. Like, and then even when the the British came and brought the whole country together. People that like they are culturally different. You understand? They brought them together. Not they didn't bring them together because they wanted to help or anything. They brought them together because it would be easier to rule. So, but the problem is not even bringing us together. The problem was that like there was no insistence on creating a system that will like a system that identifies that we are different. You know, and although we did try to a system that identifies our diversity. So it's not just about being together, it's about understanding that we are actually different. The north is distinctly different from the west and the east. The culture is different. So even though we want to live together, why don't we have a system where that recognizes these individual differences, and that doesn't try to impose one on each other, you know. So now, because they didn't do that, you can say that that's why maybe we have not been able to manage our differences. Like we have not been able to manage this diversity, and then that now rose to, even though we did regional governance, but there was still the I would say that the center was still a very active part. So now, so with all those things in place now, you see how in the daily lives of Nigerians, when it comes to politics, everybody is thinking about who are you voting for. They will say, where is that person from? They will say it's like it exists everywhere. It is not even whether you are Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba. It is not synonymous with any group. It is in every, because I could remember in Enugu State, the current governor of Enugu State now, Peter Amba. I think during the campaign, some people were just busy saying that he's not from Nkano. Nkano is a senatorial district in Enugu State. That he's not from Nkano, that he's from Abakaliki. Is it that his great grandfather? I don't know. That they came to Nkano. This is what they are talking. They're saying about their own brother. So, you see that it is there, like it is there to the it exists down to the smallest unit of society in Nigeria, which is like the family. You understand? So, if you tell your parents that you want to get married, one of the first questions they will ask you is, "Where is she from? Where is he from? Which part is it?" These are realities that we face every day. So now that's why I'm saying that it has always been there and it will always be there. But the issue is, how do we manage it? And also, do we really know how it has affected us? Focusing on tribalism, you know. So Because if we really know how this has affected us, then we can be able to say that there are times maybe that you may have to do it. Like for instance, you you really do not expect like if you want to maybe create a policy that is going to maybe affect a particular group. Let's say in Nigeria, you want to create a policy. Maybe there is a problem, let's say in the north, and then you want to create a policy that will try to solve that problem. Maybe it may not be wise to like the person that leads or chairs that the rolling out of that policy is somebody from like let's say is an Igbo person. It may not be wise because that person may not actually understand how the north works. So in that kind of place, you might want to say that you need somebody that is from that side. Maybe it's not like tribalism is play. It's not like it's tribalism anyway, but like these are where you like you understand that there's in everybody has a role to play, and like every should I say sector or every region is different, and then you have to give them what they deserve and all that. So, but in as much as this exists, we the funny thing is that in our daily lives, most sometimes people don't also do tribalism in our daily life. For instance, now that um like in Lagos, while I was in Lagos, like as an Igbo guy in Lagos, I'm not going to say that if I come out and I see all this money like um these area guys now. So every day I go to work, I see them. You greet each other like you find them something. They give you a pass. They go, hey you, baba, waiting the half for this and that. I mean, like it's a normal thing. Like I don't hate them, and I know in their hearts, but I also know that they don't hate me. You understand? So if if something is going on, they may even be like the people that was the person like they may be the group that will save you, tell you that don't go there or something that happened that side. You know that kind of thing. So like even if for instance like I and my friends we have a company that we run. So you know in many situations many a time I have been in the situation whereby I will be the one to decide who like I'll be the one to recruit new workers. And I don't see myself like saying okay, this person is Oluwami Femi, this and that. This person is from Enugu State. This person, like, no. I'm actually looking at who has done this, who can do this thing, this work that I want to do. Like, it's none of my business where this person is coming from. I mean, an Igbo person can cheat you and eat your money. A Yoruba person does not hate money. They can also cheat you and eat your money and run away. The same thing with an Hausa person. Everybody is capable of being an evil person. So like, but when it now comes to something that is very, very important, like politics, which like that is the most important aspect of human life. Because politics determines your economy, politics determines like your even your opportunities in life is all determined by politics. They all like it has a very major role to play in our lives. So when this sort of thing, when it now reaches to politics, like it becomes full fledged tribalism. So now why? Like why do we default to tribalism when like instead of having law for like I love Nigeria so much that to the extent that I actually believe that you know like the population of Nigeria, of course, that's like the jewel, that's like the value that we have, like this big population that we have. So, I actually want Nigeria to succeed, and it really doesn't matter who is there. Whether Hausa, whether Igbo, whether Yoruba, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I have a friend that was saying the other day, he was telling me that what Nigeria needs to do is to give an Igbo man, that to give an Igbo man an opportunity. So, but I was telling him that it really doesn't matter. Like, it's not an Igbo man that will fix Nigeria. He's not an Hausa man that will fix Nigeria. He's not a Yoruba person that will fix Nigeria. He's just in Nigeria, like somebody that is patriotic, somebody that just loves that country. Because all these things going on in Nigeria affects everybody, even the rich. It affects everybody. A typical look at the worth of that, like Dangote's worth, maybe um prior to like 2020, and then check his net worth now. You see that he keeps going down. Like, it's not like he's not making. Of course, I'm not saying that his revenue is not increasing every day, but that's based on the value of naira, because obviously his major source of income is naira, is not. So as naira is going down, his value in the world, maybe, or Africa riches list, keeps going down. So it, that's his purchasing power is reducing. It affects everybody, everybody. It affects everyone. So now the question is, why is it that we we look up to this? Why can't we just, if you see somebody, a politician that is like, you know, that is credible, where the president is coming from doesn't, like, nobody gives a fuck where the president is coming from. Nobody actually cares. Because if, for instance, if you check the history of Nigeria, check our past leaders, Nigeria has at least tested, as you say, people from almost all the regions. Agui Ironsi, although he stayed there for only 6 months, he was also he was there as a military head of state. Um, the Obafemi, no, Obafemi Awolowo was the regional, yeah. So, but what's that his name again? What's the yeah, Nnamdi Azikiwe has been there as well. An Igbo guy has been there. Now, even Tafawa Balewa, our first prime minister, a northern guy, has been there. Now, if you go back to when this guy started, you see that, like, it's still the same story we are hearing today. None of them were perfect. Like, I'm not saying that anybody is perfect anyway, but like, it's still the same story that we're hearing now. The only thing maybe is that if people are stealing 50 billion today, maybe what they are stealing that time is like maybe 5 million, but that is still a huge amount of money. There was still corruption in the system. It's like it's been ingrained, it's there, and there was still tribalism in the system. Each one of them showed their hand that they are just like every other Nigerian. You understand? So when you do that, when you see that, is like, is not the problem is not that one tribe has not actually ruled. Understand? The problem is that individually, like, we are not even supposed to, we are not supposed to rule ourselves. Individually, we are not yet ready for Nigeria to succeed. I'm not saying that people should go and like change the government, or like, like, do riot or protest, whatever. No. What I'm talking about is like, individually, in our own individual lives, like, you reasoning, you know that you need to put food on your table. You know that the person that is president actually affects your life. So if the person is an outside guy that is the president, what, like, there is nothing special he's going to do for outside people. How did Buhari make the North richer? How did Azikiwe make East richer? How did Tafawa Balewa make the North richer? I'm not saying that they don't have good policies, but like it's not like when they are there that they are there to actually protect your interest. It might look to you that maybe their policy decisions are protecting your interest, but no, it's actually their own self-interest they are protecting. They don't care. So now it's only during election they will just throw like throw bigotry, tribalism in the air. Tell you that this candidate does this candidate did that, this candidate is going to do this candidate is going to do that. But then among themselves, they don't actually care. They cooperate among themselves. Like the current president of Nigeria is Ahmed Tinubu, right? Um, it was the Yoruba guy. The the Senate president is it Akpabio, Senator Akpabio, who is from Akwa Ibom. Like these guys, whatever Tinubu wants him to sign, whatever loan Tinubu wants to take, Akpabio signs it. You know, like they waste time. This is what we say. You know, go come say, make I go check whether Akwa Ibom people go want this thing. Or, make I go check whether this thing go actually favor Akwa Ibom people. No, no. He just signs it. Like they don't care. They actually don't care. Because in our daily lives, we are not really that tribally. I know some people are like some people. I even had a friend that he rented a house in Ibadan, and the landlord was like, if because he rented it to an agent, the landlord was like, if I knew that he was an Igbo guy, that I wouldn't have allowed you to stay or something like that. Like I don't maybe it's all these policies. I don't know why he said something like that. I know that some like there is actual tribalism in our daily life, but like most aspects of our lives, we don't really care about that. You have Igbo friends, you have Hausa friends. You know, like if for instance in the East, the aboki where they say dollar give you, like if he see you for road, they go stop. You and them go greet. Like no be if people are not actually cohabiting, I mean they wouldn't actually be living there, you know. So like we can coexist, and that means that at some level, at some primal level, we all love each other. You understand? So, but that also mean, but now when you now get to politics, things that are very important, we now we now apply tribalism because the politicians are there. They are the ones causing this division for their own gain. Like whoever that can make this country work, things are not going well. I don't know where we are headed. Whoever that can make this country work, we have to give that person an opportunity. Like, and when something is wrong, you have to say it. You understand? You have to say it. No matter whether you voted, for instance, somebody like me now, I didn't vote in the last election anyway. But okay, if I would have voted, I would say that I would have voted for P2B. Okay. But now it doesn't mean that if I see that Tinubu does something good, that I will keep antagonizing him no matter what. There have been some policies um, that Tinubu did, that Tinubu carried out that has been good, you know. So some of these policies, maybe I'll go into that maybe in the next session anyway.